Today is day 63 of Carnivore. Alright, so first off, I would like to apologize for not uploading. As some of you know, school has just barely started for me. School started this last Wednesday on the 16th for me. And I've been pretty busy with that. So I've been in school for a week now, and it's gone pretty well so far. Getting started and still getting used to some of my classes. Let's see, I'm in an advertising design class that I'm really excited for because I've been interested in graphic design for a few years now, and I've been kind of practicing it and stuff. And so I'm really excited to learn more about it and learn how to improve what I've been doing with my graphic design, so that's gonna be fun. I'm taking an AP Physics class, and that first period was a little rough because my brain hadn't really been warmed up for the year because we were practicing math, and I kind of forgot everything, and so I was kind of freaking out, but I think my brain's warmed up a little bit now, and I'm kind of more ready for math for the school year. So AP Physics, that should be challenging, but it should be fun. Oh right, I'm in a fitness class, and so that should be fun. So yeah, with school starting, I have a lot less time because I'm spending, half of my day at school now. So I don't think I have a lot that I need to do. So I mean, with homework and everything, I might not be able to upload as often as I did when it was still summer, which is okay. What I'm thinking is I'm gonna be mainly working on videos during like the weekend, just because that's when I'll have more time. Because even though, yes, I do get out of school in the afternoons, I do have other stuff going on after school as well. And so that kind of takes up time as well. So yeah, I'll still try to get out videos, hopefully weekly, but I'll have to plan my schedules out accordingly, just so that I can keep a consistent upload schedule. Because I do want to keep uploading consistently. I do want to keep doing updates consistently. So hopefully with the school starting, as I get more used to the times and the schedules and everything, I'll get better adapted to planning things out and making sure that everything gets done. This last week was really fun. Over the weekend, me and my family, we went down to visit our grandparents' house, and while I was there, I had a live stream with JT from the Poco Moonshine family, and it was a lot of fun. So it was a Q&A, and he interviewed me and he asked me some questions, and we answered some questions in the chat as well, and I had such a great time doing it. So JT, he's awesome. Like, he's so nice. He's such a nice guy, and I really enjoyed talking with him. The live stream was like about an hour 10 minutes, but while we were talking, the time seriously just flew by. Like, before I knew it, an hour had passed, but it felt like only 20 minutes had gone by. It was seriously such a great experience, and he had a lot of questions for me, and we were talking so much that he didn't actually end up getting through them all. So we're gonna schedule a part 2 for that interview. So be on the lookout for that soon. We're gonna be doing the part 2 to that interview. And so that'll be coming up soon, so that's exciting. But yeah, I just had such a great experience with it, and definitely going to be doing more lives in the future because I enjoyed it so much, and that was a lot of fun. So yeah, school started, gonna be getting on a new schedule, getting used to the school year schedule and things. Live stream with JT. Oh right, while we were down at my grandparents' house, they have this, well, it's called the US Foods Chef Store, and basically it's like a restaurant supply store where you can buy like food and food packaging and like restaurant supplies in bulk. And last time me and my mom were down at my grandparents' house, we saw it, and so we looked up their website, and you can actually buy meat for bulk there. So you can get these huge like primal cuts, like just like these huge cuts of like ribeye roasts and New York strips, and you can get them for a pretty good price there. So they had these like huge primal cuts, and it was awesome. So I got a video of the meat section that they had, and it was amazing. I personally, I get really excited like looking at meat at the store. I like looking at the prices because I buy my own steaks and my own meat sometimes. I got really excited to see the beef there, and I'll probably end up buying a huge roast for myself and getting like 17 steaks, because these roasts that they have there, they're like 17 to 20 pounds each. And I mean, if you cut those up into steaks, then you could get like 17 to 20 1-pound ribeyes, and you can get them for a pretty good price. I think the price that they had for the ribeye roast, like the boneless ribeye roast, was like $8 a pound. So that's like really, really good for meat. For ribeye, that's a really good price, because it's, at least where we live, it's been like $13 a pound for ribeye at like Costco or something. So I mean, if we're gonna buy large amounts of meat, that's probably the way to go in the future. Also, the other day, my mom, she tried making Michaela Peterson's crispy bits. So if you don't know who Michaela Peterson is or what her crispy bits are, Michaela Peterson, basically, she's Jordan Peterson's daughter, and she has a pretty severe autoimmune condition, and she actually went carnivore to reverse that autoimmune condition, and she's been lying for like a really, really long time now. But so she only eats beef and salt, and that's the only thing that she can eat that doesn't like make her autoimmune condition flare up. And so she has this recipe for these things that she calls crispy bits, right? And so basically what she does is she takes cheap cuts of beef and she cooks them in a pressure cooker, and then once those are done cooking, she shreds them up. And then what you do is you take those beef shreds and you like put beef tallow all over them, and then you put them in an air fryer and you crisp them up, and so they get like really crispy. And oh my gosh, my mom made them the other day. They turned out so good. I mean, the way I described them is like, they're like carnivore French fries. They're so good. And we did it with an eye of round roast, so that's a more lean cut of beef. And I think next time when we make it, we need to add a little bit more tallow, because I think it was a little too lean for both me and my mom. So we'll add more tallow next time. But with the eye of round roasts, you get the kind of the layers of fat in there as well. So there were little bits of like crisped up fat in there, and when I was eating them, I was just kind of seeking those out because they were just so good. I loved the fat in there. Like the fattiest parts were the best parts. So those were really good. So next time we make those, I'm probably gonna make a video on us making the crispy bits, and I'm really excited. So, and it's really good too, because you can use really cheap cuts of beef for that, like the eye of round roast. And they taste really good too. So it's really cost effective as well. So did the crispy bits. In other news, I set up an Instagram account for myself, Sofia Eats Steak, on Instagram. So it's literally just my YouTube handle, except it's on Instagram. So you can just look up Sofia Eats Steak on Instagram if you want to follow that. I'm probably going to be posting just like, you know, daily, everyday stuff that's not really worthy of a YouTube video. Just like pictures and stuff. I've already got a couple posts on there, and I've already got some followers. Yeah, so it's Sofia Eats Steak on Instagram. If you want to look me up and follow me, that would be great. Thank you. So also, yesterday, we went to like a neighborhood barbecue that they do, that our neighborhood does at the beginning of every single school year. And so typically they'll have like a protein there, and then other neighbors will bring like desserts and like salads and, you know, fruit and things. And so typically they'll have like a protein with some meat, but these past few years they've been doing pulled pork, and that's what they did this year. And what's frustrating about that is we asked the guy who made the pulled pork for the barbecue like about the rub that he used, and he said he used the Traeger, like the the Traeger brand rub for it. And he said he didn't think it had any sugar in it. And so I got a little bit of the pork and I tried it and it tasted really sweet. And so I ended up looking up the rub and it turns out it has brown sugar in it among other sweeteners. That was just really frustrating. And then so we went home and I had some burgers just because I didn't want to eat pork with sugar on it because that's no sugar on carnivore. And it's so frustrating because like seriously, almost every store-bought product has like sugar in it. It's ridiculous. It has sugar in it, or it has some sort of like preservative or some weird ingredient that you can't pronounce. It's just why do so many products have to have like all these things that are just so unhealthy for you? And I guess the answer to that is because it makes it taste good and so you'll buy it again, so the companies will make more money. It's so ridiculous, like the things that the standard American diet consists of, the things that the typical American will eat and put in their body it's ridiculously bad for you, like, and it's everywhere. It's in almost every product that's on the shelf in the supermarket. The only things that don't have the sugar in them are the things that are like single ingredients, so it's like the fresh vegetables, the fresh meat. That's it. Like, when we were visiting our grandparents, we picked up some bacon because we wanted to have breakfast, and my grandparents didn't have sugar-free bacon at their house. But anyway, we were at the supermarket and we were looking for sugar-free bacon because typically bacon is cured with sugar. And there was one variation of the bacon that did not have any sugar in it, and it was the lower sodium stuff. I think it's unacceptable that there's so many products that have sugar in them, and it's, I don't know. I mean, that's why you make your own food though. That's why you don't eat processed foods, because they just have things mixed into them that aren't good for you. But anyway, yeah, I had a doctor's appointment today. That went really well. My weight is up since the last time we went to see him, so still heading in the right direction. So we've been spacing out our appointments more, just because I don't have to see him as often, because I'm not in as bad of a place as I was before. So things aren't as severe as they were anymore in terms of my physical health. My doctor's encouraging me to keep going, and so I'm feeling really, really good. And kind of going off of that, I've been feeling like so energized, like with going back into the school year. It's kind of interesting to see what it was like before the school year ended when I wasn't eating enough versus what it's like now when I am eating enough and I'm eating only meat. Before, I was like so tired throughout the school day, but now I feel like I have so much energy throughout the school day. Like the other day, we were in gym class, and it's the beginning of the year, right? So everybody's getting their locks in the locker rooms, and so after that we were just kind of playing around in the gym while the coach was helping out the boys in the locker room. We were kicking around a soccer ball, and I was running after it and I was kicking it and I was having a great time, and I felt so energized. And whereas before, when I wasn't eating enough and when I was restricting, I wouldn't have had the energy to do that in class. I would have been probably sitting on the bleachers. It's just so nice to be able to have the energy to have fun, participate, and make friends. Yeah, I didn't really have that many friends, but now it's like, oh, and going back to to feeling energized. After that class, I went and I texted my mom and I said, oh my goodness, I feel I have so much energy right now. And my mom just thought that was funny. She said she laughed when she saw that text because it just kind of came out of the blue. But I felt really good, and so I felt like I needed to tell someone, so I texted my mom and I let her know. Adding on to that, with the mental aspect of things, I've been feeling really, really good as well, because last year I honestly didn't really have that many friends. I didn't really talk to many people, and I kind of sat by myself most of the time. And it's not like it was because other people didn't want to sit with me. It's because I isolated myself because I wasn't feeling good. I looked mean, I didn't look healthy, I looked sick. So, but anyway, I've felt so good as well. So I've been talking to people more. Well, since school started in the last week, I've been I've been being like way more social than I've ever been. I've been talking to people, I've been like reaching out to them, and I've been like walking around during lunch and just like talking to a bunch of different people and just being social and everything, and it feels good. It feels really nice to do that. And funnily enough, so Instagram will, it'll recommend people that it thinks that you know for you to follow. And so a couple people from school and some people that I know, like some friends of mine, actually saw my new Instagram account, and they they followed me. And then one of my friends, he found my YouTube channel through that, and he didn't know before that I had that I'd been suffering from anorexia, and he didn't know that I'd gone carnivore. And he was really nice about it. He was like, he was really sweet about it, and I really appreciated it. And I guess if you're watching this, then thanks for being so supportive, dude. But anyway, and if you're watching this from school, hi, say hi to me in the halls. I would love to talk to you more about carnivore. Oh, that also reminds me, yesterday at lunch I was able to talk to one of my other friends about carnivore, and she actually has Crohn's disease, and I was able to talk to her a little bit about carnivore. And I showed her Dr. Chafee's channel, and I showed her Dr. Barry's channel, and I kind of just explained like what carnivore's done for me a little bit. And I don't know if she's actually looked into it yet, but I'm probably going to talk to her more about it. But it just felt really good to be able to talk to her about it, because I know carnivore can help with those autoimmune diseases as well. And I think she was diagnosed probably like 6 months ago or something, but it's just, I don't know, I think carnivore is something that could really help her, and if she got on it, then it could probably really help with her Crohn's. And, oh man, I don't remember what I was saying. I was gonna say something else, but oh, I got sidetracked. But yeah, I mean, my mental state has just been so much better on carnivore, and it was harder to notice when I wasn't really interacting with people because it was summer. But with the school year starting and me interacting with more kids, I really do notice a difference with me being more out there and less closed off. So that's really good news, I think. And going along with that positive mindset and everything, I was kind of thinking about this the other day, and I was telling my parents about it while we were out walking. And what I've noticed is, so before, I've talked about this before, and I talked about it on the live stream that I did with JT too, is that when my eating disorder gets really bad, when I get really deep into the eating disorder, I get really compulsive. So I feel like I need to get things done. There are certain things that I need to get things done. So when I feel like I have something to do, then I feel like, oh, I gotta get it done. Otherwise it's just gonna be weighing on my mind for hours and hours, and I won't be able to stop thinking about it. And I thought that was a good thing for the longest time, that compulsivity that made me get things done, that made me feel like I had to do them, that was good because it made me productive, right? So I would get things done. It was because I felt like I had to do them. And that was one thing that I was afraid of losing with like giving up the eating disorder. But what I've noticed in these past few months is that I'm not feeling very compulsive anymore, right? But I haven't lost my motivation to do things. Like, I still feel so motivated to get things done, but I no longer feel compulsive about it. I still feel like really determined to get things done, and I still get things done, except I don't feel, it's not obsessive anymore. Like, I don't feel like I need to get it done. It's like I'm doing it because it's beneficial for me now. Yeah, that's the best way I can think of to explain it. I don't know if that makes any sense. If it doesn't, maybe comment down below and I can try to explain it in my next video better. But it's such a positive change, like being able to feel motivated to get things done because I want to do them and not because I feel like I have to do them. Yeah, so I've been, with school starting as well, I've been taking lunches to school since I'm there during lunch. And really, I haven't had much of a chance to do like the super fancy things that I want to do. So really what I've been doing is I've been like frying up some bacon in the morning and putting that in with my lunch. And then I also do hard-boiled eggs. And then I actually, one second, with my hard-boiled eggs, I actually have this mini like Redmond salt shaker. It's so cute. Let There it is. It's like, it's so cute. So I have this mini Redmond salt shaker, and I take it to school with me. I take it everywhere I go because I keep it in my wallet. But it's so nice because when I'm eating like my hard-boiled eggs, I just sprinkle the salt on there and I eat it, and it's really convenient and it's really nice. So that's really fun. I love Redmond salt. But yeah, so haven't really had much of a chance to do like the extravagant school lunches that I want to, just cause I'm still getting used to the schedule and time's been a little crunched. But as I get used to things more, like I was saying earlier, I'll be able to manage my time better, and I'll be able to do those school lunches, and I'll be able to make my video about those school lunches. But I've got some great ideas, I think, and I'm really excited. Day 63. Things are still going great, and I'm feeling better than ever. I'm still going to the gym, and I'm making consistent improvements in my fitness, which is great as well. And I'm gaining more muscle mass still. My quads are starting to get like super buff, like you can really tell. And I mentioned in one of my last update videos that because I was starting to notice the weight gain a little bit more, it was starting to cause me more anxiety, and I was starting to become a little bit more stressed about that. But I think that has abated a little bit. I'm not really focusing on it as much as I was like a couple weeks ago, which is good. So I think I'm getting used to it more. So yeah, that's really good. And things have been going well for the past week. Again, I'm sorry I haven't been able to like do a video for over a week, but I promise that as I get more used to my schedule, I'll be able to flesh things out more and make sure that my schedule is consistent, and I will make sure to keep you updated with things. And I'm so excited. I'm so excited to keep doing Carnivore, so excited to continue the school year, so excited to make my next video. I've got other like projects that I'm working on as well that I'm really motivated to do. So yeah, things are going great right now. Yeah, so I would just like to thank you all for watching. Please like and subscribe and share. Follow my Instagram, Sofia Eats Steak on Instagram. I think that's it. Go eat some meat. Bye.